Motivation of the day. You know, something that I believe we all struggle with is suicidal thoughts, intrusive thoughts, living in life, having habits. I believe that they're all tied in, and we don't speak about it enough. The bottom line is that a lot of us deal with feelings, right, and emotions that have been put inside of being other people's problems, right, that are probably attached to our family life, or the environments that we are in, we're amongst people who have low energy. We're amongst people who maybe don't want to be on earth anymore. And so we hear how they use verbiages. We hear how they speak about life. And it adds on to our imposter syndrome. It adds on to our lack. We're around 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people every day who are speaking right on life, who are not that impressed, who are not that excited, who don't put that much effort in. We have low-level conversations often. It triggers the lower self. It makes us wonder. It makes our subconscious think about things that we shouldn't. And this is what we have to decide who it is we want to be. Do we want to be alive? Why do we want to be alive? What is it? What is the benefit of it? Does God really love me? Because if so, why am I going through X, Y, and Z? Like, these are conversations that we have to have and bring to the surface. We say prayers, but we're not going in depth. We're not going deep enough to get the answer for ourselves so that we can never have to question life again. I don't believe that I suffered or that I suffered from suicidal thoughts in the sense that I wanted to do something to myself. But I know for a fact that I went years thinking about the thought of suicide. It would just come up, like, because I'm a worst-case scenario kind of guy. So it's like, if it all goes wrong, then, this option is available because I've seen it. But because people act like life is not that big of a deal. And I believe that it was moved up into my mindset to where I thought that maybe that's a possibility, like that's an option. And in my recent years of learning and building and getting closer to God, I have had to eliminate those intrusive thoughts. But it was a process. It wasn't something that I just ignored. I acknowledged that suicide is on my mind. I acknowledge that, okay, well, I'm around a lot of firepower and this can hurt me. I think about protection often. So I think about firepower often. I think about doing something to somebody out of the defense often. So I'm around defensive, death-like thoughts, maybe more than I should be. And the mind doesn't know the difference. The mind doesn't know the difference between that gun being there for me to use it on myself or me using it for someone else. So I have to train it. I have to teach it if I'm going to be that lethal. If I'm going to act in violence when need be. A lot of us, we believe that we don't need to train thoughts that are already there. We can just know. But the thing is that we are living in a time that has never existed before. No one can tell us not to live in 2026 and 1996. They can give us opinions. They can give us some guidance based upon their experiences that we must learn. And in this era of social media, our minds being so exposed to so much that we do not have, or we feel that we do not have, that oftentimes we feel like, well, if I don't have that, am I really living? If I don't have what I need, is this something that I truly want to do? People are living better than me. God doesn't love me. God is not rewarding me. We use the power of the tongue in reverse. We only see the bad. We only hear the negative. And in that, our stories are being told in vain, and we're feeling that vain. So now we're not operating in a sense where we are benefiting our life from how we speak, how we drink, how we hydrate, what we are feeding our bodies. I tell people all the time, you eat to satisfy yourself, but you don't eat to nourish the body, to fuel the body, to help the oxygen in the body. So yes, you're going to have dislike thoughts. Yes, you're going to say, well, I don't know how long I'm going to be on earth. Anything can happen. Well, you're making that movement. You're making your time short. What are we doing to break up the monotony in the moment? What are we doing to think positive thoughts? What are we doing to overcome the intrusive thoughts when they rise? What are we doing to make sure that our passion, our creativity is louder than the suicidal thoughts? I don't think that a lot of us want to take ourselves out, but we want to figure life out so far from we have these rush-like thoughts. So now we have all of these responsibilities, we have all the things that we want to do, we have all the things that we can't obtain yet, and we turn into not being enough. And it makes our emotions feel like we're less than, which raises the awareness of, do I want to be here? Is there something that I want to put up with? And the answer has to be yes. The answer has to be, how can I figure out how to see life from a positive view, from a harmonious view? How can I find balance to where I have peace in my mind? Maybe you need to go on a 72-hour fast. Maybe you need to clean out the body to eliminate brain fog, body fog. The thing is that we are alerting the mind incorrectly. We're showing the mind all of the things we want. We're not showing ourselves how to become better. We want better circumstances, but we don't want to be better people mentally. If our mind is not being approached properly, then it's showing us what to feel. And that's when it becomes embodiment, which is why influence is massive. With suicidal rates being as high as they are, we're in 2026, it just hit March. Today's March 2nd. It is over 150,000 suicidal attempts or actions that have been completed that have taken place. That should raise the awareness that the mental capacities are low. The stress levels are high. When I hear numbers like that means that my environment is affected. And if my environment is affected, I am in root of that, which means I can feel the energy of suicidal thoughts. There are people who do not want to be on earth anymore, for numerous of different reasons. And everyone has their own story, so I'm not telling you what to think, how to do, what to do. But the gift of life is just that. It is a gift to be able to speak, smell, hear, to be able to see, to be able to go get our hair done, go get a haircut, to make a decision. Hey, I'm going to go get a tattoo. Hey, I'm going to get in a relationship. Hey, no, I'm not. To be able to fall on the sidewalk and stand back up. To be able to play. To be able to choose life every day. It is love in choosing life. It is peace in choosing life. And we have to have that balance with what we see every day, with what we feel from what we see, and from what things are. Do not make the decision to take yourself out before you put yourself in. Before you put yourself in the game. Before you show yourself that you are worthy. You are worthy of this world. You can make impact in this world. The people need you. The people need to see you win, because seeing you win, it's going to alert the person's mind to say, I can do it. And you still want to be here. Let me stand up. Let me get up. Somebody's having a hard day right now, and they need you. We are one big consciousness. Your experience can shape my experiences. There's somebody that has went through something that can tell me what not to do or how to go about it. We have to lean in on everyone. To lean in more on those positive thoughts, more vulnerable conversations. Hey, how you been? Don't just ask certain questions. Go in detail. What's been going on? How are you? Not the kids. Not the family. How are you doing today? What's been going on? And we don't always have the capacity to deal with other people's problems, but by us communicating, getting those stress levels off of us, we're getting the experience that someone who's never showed us. People are not showing us how to live from within, how to be happy, what happiness really is, what peace it truly is. How meditation can help us. Because when I meditate, and I breathe, I release the toxins, I release the negativity off of me. It's always easier to pull someone down than it is to pull someone up. And that's just the thing. It's easy to think negative thoughts. And it's hard to think positive. It's not always violent. And man negative. Because they have no substance. People are not speaking right. People are not speaking from a beneficial point of life. So we're just talking. We're just scrolling. With no purpose. With no example of where to go, how to think, where are we going to get better? We should be going to retreats and learning how to properly breathe, how to properly think and nourish the body. Why breaking down of foods is important and why we should be taking our multivitamins every day to help our blood flow. We should be having conversations with friends on how to live. Not once, but forever, for a long period of time. We can be useful for long periods of time. But we have to try. We have to put effort in. We can't be walking around like zombies. A lot of us were born with the flow of life instead of creating the flow that life is showing us. I set the tone. I set the example. I show my mind that today we're thinking positively. And today, I'm going to reflect on all that I have done because it's going to give me that positive energy that I need. See, I found a gift and change people around for how they see themselves. That fuels me. That gives me more reason to live. And I built communities where people have come together and network at high levels and change their world for lifetime. Hey, I need it here. Yes, there are people who are real who can do what you can. They are not you. And you have to see the worthiness, the love within yourself. And sometimes it takes backing away from what you know. Sometimes it takes backing away from who you know. And finding faith, to believe in yourself, to create a higher level of belief in your belief system, in your nervous system. A lot of us think that we can't do something because we have anxiety. Because our nerves flare when we try. A lot of us never step outside of our comfort zone. So we leave our mind sitting and sit and it rolls. And it remembers the DNA from how you were born, maybe your mothers, maybe your fathers. It's remembering the lineage of what has been true and what they did. You can't live a life of the people before you. You have to walk in your own shoes. If you try to live the exact steps of someone else has, your brain will rot. Because it's looking for more information. It's looking to evolve. It's looking to be better. People always say, why do you got to have more? Because that's what life is about. Life is about wanting more. I've had so many complications with my skin. I have hyperpigmentation. So with my skin, it was long stuff. And I had all of these different opinions from people. Hey, stop doing this, stop doing that. And it took me to sit still, to learn my facial routine, to learn how to hydrate my skin. It took me to go to a dermatologist, a dermatologist, learn the difference. It took me to put the effort into learning, hey, how do I make myself just look regular again? And in that, I found my attraction. And in that, I found the importance of being resilient. Because I was feeling dark. I was feeling like, who would want to date me? Who would want to see me like this? I'm answering the phone and I didn't want to get in the camera. I'm taking videos and I'm looking the other way. And I stopped taking videos for a while. Because I felt incompetent because of how I looked. So what I did was I put effort into it. Because I knew I was not going to be like that forever. I knew I was not going to look like that forever. And we all have different circumstances. So what if I would have let that very simple circumstance take me out? What if I didn't give myself the chance to see the light, the hydration in my skin that I had to put, the work that God put in from doing it through lack of serving faith. We're not serving ourselves properly. A lot of people believe that they have bad genetics. What if I was to tell you that you can change that? All eczema is toxins trying to leave the body. So if you're not removing your waste enough, right? The toxins are sitting in your face and sitting in your body and trying to purify, so they're purging. Learn how to purify your body. You'll purify your skin. You'll learn a little bit better. You'll see the attractiveness within yourself, understand it in your mind. Me putting in the work with my facial routines, me putting in the work in the gym, me putting in the work in my career, it gives me the attractiveness and the confidence and the perseverance that I need to be receiving. To want to be alive, to want to thank God, to be confident enough to know, okay, I might not have that yet, but let me accept a little bit more. Let me figure it out. It's like in this generation, we don't want to figure it out. We want it to just come to us because we see other people that have it, and we feel like they've been helped. We feel like they have something that we don't. We need to express a little bit more and getting closer to God, whatever that means for each individual. Have a relationship, so don't just say the word. Walk. Don't just walk. Walk by faith, not by sight. We have to have something that we believe in. We have to have someone that we believe in. We have to have more faith in Him. Because we are here for a reason. This is not an accident. He's there on purpose, intentionally. So we should be moving on purpose and intentionally. You don't want your situation, fix it. It ain't that easy all the time. But guess what? Put those years in. If you don't want it to be you, then put those months in. Put those weeks in when nobody is looking. Stay still for a while. Fall in love with your own presence. I used to get scared of it though. Until I learned meditation. And then I said, okay, let me overcome this. By me overcoming fears, I listened to the suicidal thoughts. Because all 14 thoughts are is fear. The fear of not making it. The fear of not being better. The fear of not owning up to or seeing who you can truly be on. The expectation that your mom has on you, your equal has on you. The fear of having to face bullies tomorrow. I am reaching out to you as someone who has overcome suicidal thoughts. As someone who has mastered the power of positive thinking. It has changed my life because it's triumphs the intrusive thoughts. I wake up every day and I say, you are me. I love you. I love how far we have come. I love the connectivity we have with God, the relationship that we have with God. And then I hydrate. Because I know that dehydration will make me feel enough. It will lessen my oxygen. I understand that it will take you close to foods that do not directly help and benefit my mind. So I think at a higher level, so that I can be alive. I want to be alive. I choose to be alive. So every day I speak life over me. Life over the people that are in my life. The difference between someone who talks about being better and a person who lives by being better is that the person who talks about it hasn't been through it. So behind the camera, behind closed doors, it's suffering. You're facing insecurities. And that's okay. Because we're human. But if you're subconsciously not understanding what you are facing, then you're suffering and silence. And suffering and silence means that you're not bringing your problems to the front of your mind, to your consciousness. You're not constantly thinking about what can I do to make sure that I never feel like this again. Even if you did not have passion, creativity, impact, goodness inside of you. Your story is worse than somebody else's story. Good, tell it, talk about it, get it off of your chest, but become better from it. Teach it to somebody. Show somebody that, hey, you don't have to go through it the same way I did. And in that, you will heal yourself. In that, you start to believe in yourself because you're taking the steps to overcome your lifelong times. That is not who you are anymore. A lot of us were not groomed or raised to do so much. We were groomed and raised to take the same similar steps of the people who raised us. And if those people are not people who are positive thinking, and you might have those same lower thoughts. And that is where you must be better than them. Don't sit back and be like, oh, I'm not better than such. Yes, you are. Because you are the person that is going to put in the work. You are the person who wants to live. You are the person who will show other people how to live. Why they should live. There is so much to be taught. There is so much to learn. There is so much to be educated on. That if we're only feeding ourselves the knowledge of other people's lives and not applying it and implementing it into our own mindsets, we are fooling ourselves and we are raising the awareness of suicidal thoughts more than we are raising the awareness of living life on earth. Animals are doing this. They're not picking themselves out. Why should we? There is something wrong. There is a blockage. There's a lack of frequency. There's an environment that is waiting for you. There's something that's in the way of you wanting to live. And in that is where you use your human gifts, your connectivity to the Most High. And you get a little bit closer. You're like, okay, instead of just thinking like this, I'm not an evil person. I'm not a person who thinks about doing bad to people. No, I'm not thinking about doing bad to you. We have to have these conversations out loud to ourselves. We have to want to have conversations to ourselves. We have to dig ourselves up. So many people, they never look in the mirror. But to look at other people, to be their mirror, to give them the judgment, to give them the credibility. We look for the external status, the external validation to give us the opinions that we need in our mind. I'm telling you, friend, you're looking at me, and you see white over yourself. I deserve to be here. If you don't feel like you deserve to be here, I will earn being here. I will use my abilities to teach myself, to show myself, to train myself. Why I deserve to be here like this. Suicide is being awesome. It's not a plan, C, D, E. It's not a plan for if everything goes wrong. It's never. Do it. Ask for help. Tell God what you need. To feel amazing. I don't have everything I need. But you know what I did recently? I asked God, allow me to feel like I'm enough. I don't ask for more. I said, God, I ask to feel, to have the sensation that I am enough and I have enough. But all these weeks of time, I've watched it manifest into my life. I've eliminated and nested and suppressed the temptation, the urge for desires. Now I love all that I have. More. I'm longing to have more gratitude for the shoes that I already have, for the car that I've already owned, for the people that I've already met. How can I use these resources to help me know me today? Because when I think about the resources that I don't have, the desires that I don't have, I feel accomplished. I feel like maybe there's more to go and do. There's more to figure out. No, I've figured it out. No, I've put my best foot forward. I've tried. I've put effort in, and man, it's showing up in my life. I'm showing up in my life, and that's enough. I never knew. My cousin Kale, he killed himself about 11 years ago. And I got him telling him in my head, That's it, right? That's him right there, right? And I have to hear, one day can change your life forever, but one decision can take your life away forever. And I say that to say because he's a famous rapper. And one day he changed his life forever. But that one decision that he made, he's gone forever. On his own reasons. He had his own circumstances. But what are we doing? What are we around? What are we amongst that is influencing these decisions? Because the day is going to come. And the life will change for what we see, for what we want, for what we're going after. For what the people are we looking on that journey. What decisions are we making to make sure that, hey, this has to last forever. And if it doesn't, I'm completely fine with that. What is it that I'm going to do? Make your backup plan A. Don't just live on the high and when the low comes along, it's all over for everybody that has ever met you, ever known you. Till this day, I wake up and I remember his decision.